Hello, and a warm welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Melinda Akinlami. On the program today, hundreds of Nigerians under the aegis of hashtag I Stand With Nigeria group protest against government policies in Lagos and some major cities as pro-Buhari group march in Abuja. Governor Nasir El-Rufai pledges to punish attackers as people in Dema local government area allege fresh herdsmen invasion of their farmlands. And Governor Tanko Almakura warns residents against vandalism of public utilities. Of Nigerians under the aegis of hashtag I Stand With Nigeria group have flagged off what they call the anti-government rally in Abuja and Lagos. Some activists, including the co-convener of Enough is Enough group, Yemi Ademoleku, and popular Nigerian musician Charles Oputa, popularly known as Charlie Boy, led the procession in Lagos.
We have a lawful right of assembly, and citizens have chosen to come and express themselves in one voice this morning to say that they stand with Nigeria, and despite the challenges that they want the government to understand the challenges that they're going through, but also know that they will their rights to assembly will not be taken away from them. But in Lagos State, we have the police are here to guide us, not to stop us, and we thank the police force for that, for doing their constitutional jobs. Protest is a means of communication. It's a means of letting government know that they're tired. People want them to hear them. So newspaper articles are not doing it. Social media is not doing it. It's an opportunity to get Nigerians in one spot and speaking in one voice around what their challenges are. We chose two national icons, the stadium and the National Theatre, because they're both reflective of the decline in Nigeria over the years. So the idea is to represent them in Lagos, since there's another group in Abuja. So, but for those of us in Lagos, we choose two national icons.
Unlike their counterparts in Lagos, the anti-Buhari protesters in Abuja are kicking against some government policies. One of the leaders of the group and co-convener of Bring Back Our Girls group, Aisha Yusufu, and civil rights activist Professor Chidi Odinkalu, say Nigerians believe their feelings are not properly addressed by this administration, and they are calling on government to step up their change agenda to pull the nation out of recession.
Good quality free education. I am tired of...
Government is arrogant, and government, many Nigerians believe that government has sold us a false prospectus and doesn't care about what happens to us. There is no empathy, there is no compassion, there is no care, and that is the problem. We did not elect a president who, when he wants to talk to Nigerians, has to go out of the country, or when he wants to talk about Nigeria, has to go out of the country. We elected a president who will sit here and try to fix our problems.
We have, when it comes to power, why is it that in this country up to now we do not have 24 hours power? Why do we not have that? Why are we still making excuses? Enough of the excuses. And we are saying right now, in a democracy, good governance is given. We shouldn't be begging for good governance. That is what we should get as a right. And we have to ensure that. We have seen a situation where people's voices are being gagged. And we are saying that no, it's a right to protest. It's a right to come out and tell the government that, look, what you're doing, you're not doing it very well. And you need to get your acts together and ensure that you do the right thing.
Our people are dying in silence. Hunger is killing our people. There is no money for people to buy a whole lot of things. Kerosene is beyond the reach of the common man. And that is why we are here, simply for government to know we are not fighting government. We are only calling government to action. That the international community should also see what Nigerians are going through. All we have been seeing all along is the fact that all is well with Nigeria, but we want the people, the international community to know, and even our government to know that all is not well with our nation.
It's the same issues that you discuss in the market, that the price of essential commodities has skyrocketed beyond the reach of even the rich Nigerian. Talk of the ordinary Nigerian. We are saying also that the fight against corruption must be all-inclusive. We are saying that we have made improved and incredible milestones in the Northeast.
Still at the Unity Fountain Park, Abuja, where another group of protesters who say they are in support of President Muhammadu Buhari gathered with placards, some of which read, quote, "Nigerians support you, sir. Your government is a good government." This protest is apparently to counter the anti-Buhari demonstration in the nation's capital. But so far, the conduct of protesters on both sides have been peaceful, but it is not clear if they will continue as the procession across the city progresses.
Response to one proposed protest, no. And neither is a counter to theirs, no. They have their right just like we have ours. There is need for Nigerians not to frustrate the effort of President Buhari in taking Nigeria back to the fast-moving lane. You will agree with me as IT experts, which I'm sure is common here, that when a system is corrupt and you have to shut it down to format it before you boot it, everything will close. Nothing will work at that point. That is where Nigeria is at this point. Corruption has eaten deep to all our fibers, to all our operation system. There is need to format it. That is what President Buhari is doing. And in doing it, the whole system is down, no doubt about it. We are aware of the increment in market products. We are aware of all of this, but it is part of the shutting down of the system.
In the meantime, the personal assistant on social media to the president, Loretta Onoche, has denied any attempt by the federal government to bully the organizers of the anti-government protest. On our breakfast show, Sunrise Daily, she explained that all government is interested in is for the popular musician Tuface to come and explain why he and his group are doing this, as she believes the exercise has been hijacked by politicians.
I could never, ever stand against protest. What I frown at, and I still do, are the motives behind the protest. I have come back to Nigeria to see that protests are not really what we see. So when I read in the news Twoface to lead other stars to protest President Buhari's policies. I'm a teacher. I read body language. So I looked at the headline and I thought there's something not quite right here. Protest policies. What policies? Because you can't protest something you are not aware, you don't know. So I wanted to be sure that Tuface and the people he was leading into the protest understood what the policies were. We wanted him, I wanted him to come on national television, to come and explain to Nigerians what those policies he was not happy with were.
So right now, what's your take on this particular protest? The protesters have said that they're going to go on anyway with their protest.
I don't think he's been bullied. He has a right to protest. You know, to tell anyone not to protest will be like the way many of us raise children in our nation. You beat a child, you know, the child is unhappy, and then you deny the right to cry.
Do you think that the protest was going to be hijacked by political parties?
It's been hijacked.
Still on the protest, popular artist Twoface has been explaining why he did not come to the rally which was taking place in Abuja and Lagos. In an interview with Channels Television, Twoface insists he's still in support of the rally, but only backed out due to security reasons.
Yeah, I mean, they're good. They're good people of Nigeria. I don't have the sole franchise to protest, you know. So I'm still in support of them. I think it's within their rights to. I mean, I can't tell anybody not to stand for what they believe in. You understand? For me, you know, as of yesterday evening, I noticed a whole lot of people were trying to hijack the whole process. I only decided to, you know, back out of the physical protest due to security reasons. But it's not as if, you know, I'm not still standing by the things that I said or the feelings the things that I'm feeling about, you know, governance in Nigeria for a long time now. There's such a huge disconnect between the leadership class of Nigeria and the people and the masses. I think there's a huge disconnect. Only when there's election that, you know, they really talk to the people, and afterwards it's like silence. It's like they don't owe the people any explanation about anything. And we have a whole lot of those people in government, in House of Assembly. We have a whole lot of this kind of people, you know. And also, I'm talking to Nigerians as well, because, you know, we have to start doing the right things. We have to start speaking up our minds. We have to start standing up for what is right. I'm happy people are awake. I wanted to make this clear. I was not arrested by the good people at DSS. I am free, I am good, nobody intimidated me, nobody harassed me, nobody paid me to start it in the first place, and nobody paid me to stop it. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't stop the protest, I only stopped the physical conversion.
When news across Nigeria returns, there's an uneasy calm in southern Kaduna as the people of Goska cry for help.